Jesus Freak here. So I was thinking about the political strategy I've been recommending to other countries, as if they'd care. And I realize it's basically the same approach that I take to IT. I call it the Tourniquet method. And an example of me having used this Tourniquet method in an IT context was about 15, 20 years ago. I was self-hosting. And I had my collection of old version of MS-DOS available, direct access to my home computer. I learned very quickly why that wasn't a good idea when some guy from China found out about it and shared it. All of a sudden, I was getting hammered with a million hits from China, trying to download MS-DOS 1, PC-DOS 1.0 from my archives, because pretty much no other place in the open internet seemed to have it. And I was getting hit so hard, it was practically taking me offline. I wouldn't say it was a DDoS because it wasn't intentional, but it had the same effect. I wound up having to pull the files offline and move them to a hosted server. So what I did first was I took it down completely, and then I had to decide, what can I do with this? How can I solve the problem while it's down so I can bring it back? Well, today I came up with a name for it. I called it the Tourniquet method. Because what you're doing is you're applying a tourniquet so you can apply a bandage. And I realized that, what I was recommending as an approach to international policy from other countries, and Canada and Mexico in particular, was basically the tourniquet method. Cut off the flow, then assess for danger, patch anything that can be patched on your own end, then gradually open up. It's the tourniquet method. It's the same method I handled that unintentional denial of service back in the late aughts. So now that I have a name for it and have an explanation for it, I can also say on the negative side, it's an example of the saying, when all you got's a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Because me, coming from the world of computers and the world of IT, recommending an approach that basically works best in the world of IT as an approach to politics. Anyway, I was just thinking. Don't want to sound too much like Bo of the Fifth Column or Belle of the Ranch here. Jesus, freak out.